Cantona. Gary Neville looking for his first goal for Manchester United, and what a time to get it!
Bruno hits another milestone, but is he still underappreciated? And why does the Liverpool game define Manchester United's season? What's happening, boys? We've got Liverpool coming up. We're going to talk Brentford as well. We're going to talk about the new Snowflake. Well, this isn't the new one. Dan's got a couple of the new one. And we've got the Rumbelows Cup, League Cup here, 1991. Brian McClare scored the goal. And they actually didn't release this to everyone, so I thought I need to get this one. So back in the 90s. And I'm going to show off the program and the hats that actually came with it. So what's going on, boys? How's life going? Oh, it's all going good here.
It's pretty good in Melbourne.
Pretty good in Melbourne.
Freezing. It's freezing in Melbourne. You're talking to them. Cold.
Oh, is it cold? Cold in Melbourne, eh? Nick, you said it was pretty warm and going?
You should not be asking how's the weather up in India. It is pretty up, like we are in toaster oven. We are like heating up like 45 degrees here. So don't even ask.
Oh my God.
You guys are having a very good weather.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Well, today I reckon we should get into the Brentford game because none of us have really chatted over this. I've been on TikTok lives all this week since the game, and we've been smashing it. Worldwide Reds have been smashing it over there with our friends from Nigeria, Cameroon, Ireland, the UK, Scotland. Mate, we've been going crazy over there on TikTok. So we're literally 60 off 6K followers. So shout out to everyone that I've already got pub chat in the TikTok chat there. So we'll talk Brentford game first. For me, I actually thought in that Brentford game, I didn't think we were that good, but we got away with it. So, yeah, I just thought Brentford actually took over and, yeah, I thought we were lucky in the end to get the win. So what do you think, boys?
Well, we switched up second half, didn't we? Switched the formation,
Yeah.
which was interesting to watch and go back to Amarim formation. And but I thought we were pretty good. Like, Mainu was brilliant. I mean, if Ahmad puts that chance away where Mainu basically takes on the entire Brentford team, and we're talking about that as probably assistant of the season, he was just unbelievable and huge for us that he signed a new deal. So that's a big positive. Sesko banging another goal, fantastic. Bruno with another assist. Can't really complain about that, can we? So the point is, we got the win, and it was until the last 10 minutes or so. I'd say it was pretty comfortable. We pretty much controlled the game. There was no real danger. There was no real threat they were going to get 3 points from us or even one. So up until
you got a short memory. Lamont's had to make like 3 or 4 saves.
Yeah,
a week's a long time for Dan.
Yeah, I don't feel like they were. I don't feel like they were that great, and I thought we were pretty comfortable. Other than the
Aiden Evan could have had a hat trick himself.
Yeah, well, yeah. How good's he, by the way? He's a hell of a pickup from Arsenal for what, $1 million. So
yeah,
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there were plenty of things to be positive about. Like, we weren't saying this time last year, were we? And Spurs are unlucky in the same sort of boat this year. So I think there's plenty of things to be positive about. And shout out to Jord as well, who was at his first ever United game, absolutely loving it. So yeah, it was cool to see.
Yeah, that was very good. Where'd you watch it, Nick?
I was watching at home. I think we were quite solid in the first half. And suddenly the tempo got down in the second half. I feel that was basically we were having a cushion of 2 goals. I feel people have been applauding Casemiro's performance, probably even Šeško, Bruno coming in. But I personally think Sene Lammens was outstanding. Those few saves that he has done, I think that was the difference that I had created, and then we were quite comfortably winning at the end of the game. But I think Carrick should probably feel a marginal win with this particular fixture. We could have easily got total as well, as Brentford had many more chances. Like in the second half, we were getting battered left and center.
Yeah.
But let's see. Like I was hoping that we had this comfortable win and then quite close. Probably like in next 4 games, we have to just get a point to mathematically finish in top 3, getting the Champions League back in Old Trafford. And I think, if you remember, Adam, like a couple of podcasts back, I said I think Liverpool game will be the cherry on the top. Like we will be sealing that particular spot in the Champions League. So let's see how this weekend turns up.
Definitely. Alex, what do you think of it, mate?
Oh, yeah. Didn't think it was the best performance, but win's a win. I thought earlier on, to be fair, like maybe the first, up until Casemiro's goal, I thought we were all over him. Obviously, Ahmad, as Dan mentioned, had that chance, and that was a tough one. It is what it is, but kept pushing, kept going. Casemiro just finds a way, he scores goals, but I do think in between our goals, they were battering us. I thought Thiago really, for Brentford, should have got about 50 goals. He was just, I don't know what happened to him. He just missed every point blank, but I'll take it. And I think the finish itself at the second goal was just classic United, big tackle, bang, Bruno through. And I thought he stuffed it up. But I shouldn't doubt Bruno because obviously made the pass. Sesko, really good finish. I'm glad Sesko's finding his feet. So really, it's a really good finish the way he faked the defender and just found the goal. And that's pretty much just sealed it. I think at that point, we just managed the game out and it wasn't pretty, but look, at this point, the first handful of games under Carrick were that pretty fun style. If we're just going to see games out, I'm not going to complain too much because we're getting wins, getting back in the Champions League. At the end of the day, whether it's top 3, 4, 5, whatever, I think we've got it. So that's what's most important. If we're going to see results out, I'm not fussed. And yeah, I'm just happy. I'm not going to complain too much about a win. Yes, the performance left a lot to be desired. And I think the big conversation is players to bring in. Whether or not we stick with Carrick, that's a big conversation. But right now, I don't care. I'm happy we won because especially after the loss to Leeds a couple of weeks ago at Old Trafford, I think it just helps maybe just temper that sting a bit. And yeah, look, I'm never going to complain about United winning, and I'm never going to complain about the fact that we're more than likely going to be in the Champions League. Look, you asked me that 6 months ago, I said absolutely not, especially after last season. So massive turnaround. And yeah, like I said, I'm never going to complain about that.
Yep. I've got a couple of comments here. Tom, evening, gents. Hats off to Ashley Young after announcing his retirement. All things considered, he did well at United, given the context around much of his time at the club. Yeah, he did well for United. I mean, I used to complain about him a bit, as Tom knows. But no, he definitely did. I've got a couple of comments here on TikTok here. I've got Pub Chat. I was there Monday. I think we deserved the 3 points. The change of formation worked. Well done to Jordan. He made his debut at Old Trafford at the Brentford game. So he had a ball out there on Monday night. So congratulations to him. He's going to the Liverpool game this weekend as well. He's finding his way around England at the moment. He's got Brentford. We're getting behind too easily first half, second half more solid. And Daryl's in here as well. Loving the retro style. Can't wait to get mine. Daryl's a massive collector of kits and jerseys. We often chat nearly every day. I've got we got Buzz. What is it here? We've got Beezus, Nick, but ding ding. Maybe he's talking about your haircut, mate. Looking sharp as usual. We've got Natasha. But it is boring football under Carrick. I don't know what game you're watching. Are you going to come in here again and start sledging? Because let me tell you, if you think it's boring under Carrick, you are kidding yourself. We're on the edge of our seat all the time, wondering if we're going to win or concede. So it's definitely not boring, that's for sure. I want to give a shout out to Kobe Mainu. Kobe Mainu, mate, he was outstanding.
What a player that we have got.
Can't believe he didn't play first. Like, what was Amorim doing not playing him?
Exactly, I was supposed to say that.
I can't understand.
You are benching the brightest kid that you have on the bench, like you in your squad. That's too horrible. Like he'll have the blood on his hand, like to bench this kind of a player. Like playing Kobe Mainu in the two-man midfield would have worked, I feel, and that's totally on him.
It's a
I wonder how.
Over him, that's for sure. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a question that everyone wants to know why he never played him. But you know what? To Kobe's credit, he stuck it out. He stuck it out, and congratulations to him. And now he's finds himself with a new contract, and you know what? It's well deserved because he hasn't been on good money at all since he's come through the academy. So looks like a 5-year deal, which is good. 150K a week, which we'd all love to be on, but it looks like Kobe's our future of our football, mate. That movie put on and Ahmed missed it. Jesus, man. I'll tell you what, if that had finished, Ahmed had finished that, I would have celebrated that hard. Seriously.
It was the rest of the season. But have you observed the two players that we had in the same era? We had Garnacho and then Kobe Mine. One went totally gaga over his starting 11, not playing regularly. And then the second one, heads down, focus on the training, train hard. And then he was rewarded with the new contract. And the second one turned out to be an asshole. Chelsea.
Yeah.
And that should be that example that Kobe Minu could set with the all young players coming in the like they're aiming for playing in United jersey in top senior level. So kudos to Kobe Minu to keep that mindset like correct, and then giving that direction to the young players that okay, yes, keep your heads down. The time will come with you. It's not always a gray area, and then probably one day you will be rewarded. And and we can see how Kobe is playing. He got a call up as well.
Yeah. I got Natasha in here. She's going to fire me up tonight. But City win the treble. United end up this season, no trophies. Natasha, I don't know what fucking treble you think they're winning this season, but last time I looked, they weren't in the Champions League. So it's a non-event. All right?
I think she means domestic treble. I think that's what she means.
Fuck, she's a moron.
There's 115 reasons.
I don't know what.
There's 115 reasons why we don't care we don't care about your comments. You're a joke.
I don't know why it's
Natasha, but you should be
because,
very much proud about the way that United has played.
Yeah.
I'm not fussed about what City do. Good on him.
Yeah. She's all right. Dino will start attacking her in a sec. So we'll move on. Bruno Fernandes, he gets that assist again, and which is good. He's controlling the game. And you know what? I want to just put up something here. This was pre-game. I thought I'd put it on here. Let me see if I can get it on here. It was a video. Downloads here. This here, Elliot sent it to me today. I did see it. Where is it here? We want to win every game. Oh, what am I doing here? We want to win every game. We need this mentality. Now, this is a captain I want, man. Rip in before the game and make sure they listen. Well, look, we can all see their style of play isn't working the best, and we can still see they're trying. But we know with Casemiro, our midfield look good. I love seeing that kind of stuff, and I love seeing Bruno conduct everyone around the field. Mate, he's breaking records. He's now 1 assist to break the record, and 1 assist to equal the record, and then 2 to go past it, which is fantastic. So congratulations to him. What are your thoughts on that, boys?
Oh, good is he? Jesus.
Yep.
I mean,
Player.
We haven't had a better signing since Fergie, have we? And I'd argue even the last couple of years of Fergie with maybe I'd even put him above Van Persie, to be honest. Like Van Persie had one good year with us and then a couple of meh. But Bruno's been consistent every single season. Like he's just a phenomenon, isn't he? And if we can keep hold of him this summer, I don't know if they'll give him a new deal because of how old he is, but if we can keep hold of him and have a real go at it the next couple of years, and who knows what can happen, because he's mint, isn't he? He's absolutely mint.
He's not going to go anywhere. He's not going to go anywhere. Alex?
Yeah. Well, I think just, to echo the last point, I think, probably like only De Gea would be like the one player, like maybe towards the tail end of Fergie's era where it's like, okay, you look at maybe the last 15, 20 years, it's probably Bruno and De Gea, but Yeah, definitely Bruno's the best post-Fergie in this, I don't know, dark age, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, I mean, look, he's been my favourite player since he set foot in the club. I remember his first game against Wolves. We didn't win, but he was creating so many chances. And that was his first game. It didn't have a preseason. Only rocked up 4 days before. And I thought, oh my God, this guy, what have we just signed here? And then, obviously that season he just took us on, and he's been a talisman. And I want to say that's 19 assists. He's obviously got a bulk of them over the last maybe 4 months since Carrick joined. Mind you, he spent the first 6 months or 4 months, whatever it was, playing as a 6, which is not his position, and it didn't suit him. He'd still put a shift and did his best, but we all knew it wasn't where he played. So for all we know, he probably could have exceeded this record. But more importantly, I think what's helped our form, we can talk systems again, all that. Like I said, it's a bigger conversation, but at the end of the day, putting him at the 10 behind the striker in the final third where he can make things happen, take risks, do what he does, that's been the big thing that's changed. And I think it's just so good that Carrick has sort of seen that and realised, oh, you know what, Bruno, get him in and around the goal, leading counterattacks, creating chances, and look what's going to happen. And that, again, that's 19 assists, and it's not like he's got Haaland ahead of him or Harry Kane or someone like this. It's it's a team that's still finding its feet, a young striker, and just a leader. A leader. Nick was talking about players that are an example, and I think Bruno is an example of that. He's someone that I think every player there should look up to because he's led us through such a tough period. And I'd like to think we keep him for a few more years, not just to still get the remainder of his prime out of him, but also because if we hope that eventually we're going to go on to, be back to our best, you'd like to think that for that next generation, the next winning team, he's sort of the bridge between these eras of like, I guess what Robson was to the early 90s teams where Robson came from the 80s and helped usher in that new era of success. Perhaps Bruno could be that. Yeah.
I've got a comment in here. 7 on TikTok. He's got Ryan Cherky is miles clear of Bruno. 7. Just have a look at the stats there. It looks like Bruno's miles in front of Cherky, mate. Yeah, sorry to tell you. And Dorku as well, mate. I think you're struggling big time. I've got a comment here from Dino here. Can't believe people thought Bruno was the problem. Where's Emad? So if anyone knows Emad, I used to do the podcast with Emad, and he used to hammer Paul Bruno. Where have we got here? I've got Tom here too. For me, the reason Bruno looks to have really kicked on this season is simply cutting out the little ill-disciplined decisions, cutting out the little mistakes. He's been instrumental to his form. That one there, I reckon, like, if from the time Bruno's come, he's probably been one of United's most improved players, obviously. From the time he started when he was trying to look for that killer pass all the time, I think he's really worked on making better decisions over the past 5 years that he's been there. And it's come to fruition now over the past couple of seasons, and it's definitely excelled this season. Dino again here. I think the experience of Casemiro having a reliable CDM is a big reason Bruno is doing well. Yeah, and you know what? No one's really mentioned that. Great point, Dino. No one's really mentioned that. Everyone keeps thinking that everyone's learning off. Everyone learns off Bruno, and Casemiro. Maybe Bruno is learning off Casemiro, which is great to see.
I think everyone does, I think you also got to look at the fact that like Casemiro's aerial ability is second to none. Like even Harry Maguire, who's probably best in the air for us, I'd say, has turned around and gone, no, Casemiro's better in the air than me. Like he scored 9 goals this season, Casemiro, as a deep line.
I didn't realise that.
It's insane.
I didn't realise 9 goals.
Yeah,
that's the same amount of goals as Gyökeres.
Exactly. You look at Yeah, well, look at the team this year though. Like we've spread the goals around. Like Bruno is benefiting not only from that, he's also benefiting from a front three that aren't particularly selfish players. Like Mbeumo, Cunha, Amaz had a bit of an off season, but has had fits and starts at the start of the year. Like we've got, when they're on form, we've got a really nice fluent front three. We've not got Garnacho trying to shoot constantly for himself and players that don't really fit as part of the team. I think Bruno's really benefiting from the team we've put together this year. and certainly in the back half of this season since Carrick's come in, we've got a good team. We can get a couple of good players in there alongside them now, another couple of midfield players. God knows what he can do next year. It'll be frightening.
Yeah.
I've got two in mind that I would love.
Mate, drop them here. Drop me now.
If I can manifest it, I would love Elliot Anderson and Tonali as the Casemiro replacements.
Okay.
Obviously, Casemiro's going. I would just love them. I think they're class.
I think Tonali, they announced today, Tonali's going nowhere from what I've read.
Yeah,
and
they said that about Isak.
We have Turnard. We are not going for Elliot Anderson. That is coming up as a new thing.
We're not.
We don't want to be in
I've already heard from some pretty good sources that that Balaba's already agreed to terms. He's already agreed to terms. They're just working on a price now. So
so that'll be really interesting to see what that comes out. We wanted 170 last year. We're not paying that.
No, you can't paying that for him. She's had a rubbish season.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like, if you could pick him up on the cheap and get someone like a Tchouaméni, because I really rate Tchouaméni. I think he was brought into Real Madrid to be the Casemiro replacement, right? And he's had a couple of good years, but pretty average. And then this season, he's really kind of kicked on again. He's a great player. If we can pick him up for 60, 70 million, my word. Like, I'd almost rather do that than pay 120 for Anderson. I think he's that good. He's so good.
More than Tchouaméni, I feel Kamavinga would do better. I know people have been having much more doubts about his injury, but that lad is versatile. He's the upgraded Daily Blind kind of a player who can play in the left back, in the center mid. He can play 6, he can play 8, and his defensive record as well as attacking records in midfield with Real Madrid is quite good. The only thing that we might have to, and he's not in the favor of Florentino Perez's future squad, so I don't think so. We would have any kind of transfer battle for Kamavinga. More than that, I feel getting Tonali is one of the best things we could have done. I think Adam, remember we did that potential 11 with the transfer. And I was quite certain that Tonali was the guy we should be targeting rather than Bruno Guimaraes. He is a phenomenal player.
He's great.
He is a tank. He is a tank in that midfield. He can run. He's the next Bruno-ish kind of a player who can run in and out from the back to the front. Unbelievable player. We should go behind him rather than Elliot Anderson. I know Anderson is anyone's dream transfer. I feel everyone in this podcast would say that yes, we should be signing Elliot Anderson, but I feel the cost that Alex has mentioned, 120 million, is not that good enough to be luring this player.
Yeah, we've got Dino. He's flying through.
At least 2 of them, I think. We need 2 midfielders at least, anyway. 2 or 3.
Yeah.
I've got Dino. We have a few comments from Dino. He's flying through. He loves this subject. He says 60 million for Baleba. Deal, you heard it here first. Yeah, Dino's got some good sources. He's got some really good sources, Dino, so I wouldn't put it past him. Alex Scott for 50 million, I would like, definitely. Kamavinga spends more time in hospital than Luke Shaw. I want to talk about Luke Shaw as well. Let's stick to Prem for our signings. Yeah, I look, it's been proven that our boys from that have started with us, like we'll talk about Mbumo soon enough. That's for sure. And Tonali is a gambler. I don't think we'll go for him anyway, personally, because he's 28, 29. So I just don't think we'll go.
No, he's not that old.
He's 24. He's 24. Bruno Guimaraes
is 25.
Tonali is 24.
He turns.
Oh, I thought Tonali's 28.
No, Tonali's 26 in a week. So perfect age.
Oh,
and
okay.
I think gettable just because Newcastle, 15, not going to play in the Champions League, and God forbid, surely he'd want to leave.
But they won't let 3 players go, Newcastle. Like, they've got Guimaraes, who probably won't go. You've then got Anthony Gordon, who definitely wants to go. You've got Hall that could easily go. Like, we've been linked with Hall. Tonali's another one.
Hall.
Yeah, I would love.
If
you offered me one of those two, given that we're definitely going to sign 2 midfielders, I'd rather take Hall. No, I'm not saying he's a better player than Tonali. What I'm saying is the financial ramifications of signing Sandro Tonali from Newcastle, given that they're only supposedly going to let 1 person go, maybe 2, would be astronomical. Let's pick up Hall.
That's
we
fair.
know we need that position. Shaw's really on his way out, and let's go and get up another midfielder from somewhere else. Belabor for 60 million is a bit of a steal. I think he had a good AFCON, even though he's not been fantastic for Brian. Played very well against Chelsea. Like, he's got potential, and you get the right sort of players around him, he'll be mint. So if we can pick him up and somebody else, even Hall in that for cheaper than Elliot Anderson's going to cost, just do it. Do it.
Even Laurie will happen to say that United are for 2 midfielders, 1 left flank, and 1 experienced striker. That is the 4 signings that we are certain.
Danny Welbeck, anyone?
I'm not sure what 2 midfielders. So
Danny Welbeck.
Danny Welbeck. Yes, I would love to have him because he's a kind of player. He runs a red, and then I feel at least he can get us 30 odd games. Like, he can be a good partner for Šeško, as well as Chido Obi, who will be coming in hopefully in the next season. Probably can see him more in the cup games as well. And Danny Welbeck has that, again, Adam said that we need a Premier League proven player. So Danny Welbeck has been playing in Brighton for such a long time, and he's been delivering quite a good amount of numbers from them as well. A left flank is something we need to decide whether we are going for the left winger or left back. Again, Lewis Hall name came to the picture. We would be targeting him rather than Tonali and other midfielders from Newcastle, because that would be astronomical to go for all the players, and then that would be a backfire for Newcastle as a club. I feel a centre back should we target, because we cannot rely on Delete and Martinez for that matter.
Yeah, we need one.
What do you think about?
We had a very good option in Schlotterbeck.
Yeah. What do you think about Ahmed and Mbeumo under Carrick? How do you think they're performing? It's for me.
I reckon AFCON's had a massive impact on it though, mate. Like, I think Ahmad's not come back the same from AFCON, and like, he's played a lot of the games. Like, it's not like Carrick's not shown any trust in him. They both speak really highly of him. Like, Ahmad will come good. He's not had a break. Like, AFCON appears to have taken something out of him, but he'll come back. Good pre-season, he'll be fine. And Burmo similar. Like, start of the season, they were both brilliant. So I think we're okay. But I think
that was due to Amarin's style, though. Don't you think?
Maybe in terms of Ahmad, because he was a fullback, wasn't he? And he was popping up in different pockets, whereas now Ahmad's kind of having to compete a little bit on the right. So, like, I get what you mean. I think you're going to make a good point. It's just I don't think it's panic stations just yet. I think just give it a pre-season, give it the first 10 games of next season. And Burmo's one of the best in the league when he's on form. And, like, he's still got 9 goals this year in the Prem?
Yep.
Like, that's not bad for a first season at United. Like, and he's won us some games. A couple of games at the start of the season, he was electric.
And he's not
like,
the sole. I can't even say this is a tongue twister. The sole goal scorer at United, like he was at Brentford last season. So we're not having to rely on him to do everything. Like, he's still going to provide the width. He's still going to make the good runs, and he's still going to make the right decisions, make the right play. And I think like our attacking wing stocks are, I don't want to say like sealed, but I think they're okay, at least for a couple of years, because they're doing what they need to do for the team. It's not like you mentioned earlier with Garnacho or Anthony, these kind of players just dribbling, doing nothing and just taking pot shots. It's a lot more working for the team. And I think as well, like, I think at the end of the day, I want the goals. You want the goals primarily to come from Sesko. He's a 6'5" big striker. That's where your goals are going to come from. So I think, and they're starting to work with him. I think if your attack is in service of him, that's really the focus. So Ahmad doesn't need to get 20 goals. He gets, if he can end up on 11, 12, especially with all the upheaval, you'll take it.
He's versatile as well. Like, he's only going to get better. Ahmad. Like he's
He's
seen how good he can be. Like he's a great player.
Dino's made a
Even
comment
Ahmad
down here
was
about it.
quite.
It's not about his goals. It's about the whole game performance. Looks slower and bigger than the start of the season. Maybe there's a niggle there, but he hasn't been great.
I reckon it's AFCON, though. I reckon Dino makes a good point, but I honestly think since AFCON, his output's kind of not necessarily just his output, but his overall game performance over 90 minutes has changed. I think he just needs a bit of a break, take him out of the limelight for a bit, get to the end of the season, and then see how we go. Because what do you reckon, Ad? Do you reckon it's before AFCON he tailed off, or do you reckon AFCON's had a massive part in it?
Ahmed, are you talking about Ahmed? Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, I don't know. I just think he's found himself in a hole. Look, on the weekend, he didn't look happy coming off either, but he's only got himself to blame, really. Like that Kobe Mainu put it on a platter for him like a couple of times. It should have been finished. Whether the player was just coming in just to just to get in position to block it and it hit him. You got to be scoring there. There's no excuse for that. You had so much time on the ball to pick a position.
Yeah.
And it's not like it hasn't been that way for him a few times this season. So I really believe he misses Mbumo in front of him. I think Mbumo and him had one of the best combinations in the Premier League at one stage. And that was gonna be my point leading into the Liverpool game this year, this weekend. For me, if you're gonna play Ahmed Diallo this weekend, I think you need Mbumo playing in as a 9 and then Cunha on the left. Because I think that front three, especially with Mbumo and Ahmed, I think they work better together than with Sesko. I just, you know what I mean?
Mm.
Yeah, it's a different sort of dynamic, isn't it? But how good is it that he's got that option now? So good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's defensively providing all the numbers, by the way.
Yeah, defensively,
the second goal.
Diego Dalot would be lost without Ahmed Diallo. He'd be lost without him. Seriously, he has saved his ass that many times. And I know people think I'm harsh on Diego Dalot, but Ahmed Diallo, if you have a look at it, he's saved his ringer probably a dozen times this year because he gets forward. And I don't think sometimes he realises it's just the turn of defence and he really just jogs back. And Ahmed Diallo reads it, I think, a lot better than him. He can't jockey to save his life.
Nah.
Yeah, but I feel the next season we'll be having a hell lot of games, and then we'll need different kind of strategies. Just like you said, like probably Ahmad Diallo would come good if he has Brian Mbumo coming in the number 9, and then besides him there's Cunha who is covering the left flank. That is one strategy we can use for a few games where Sheshko can come in and then Ahmad Diallo pushes back or probably sits out and coming in as an impact player. So I think this season has been quite tricky for him. The first half of the season was quite good. We felt Ahmad is that kind of a guy that we had paid a good chunk of amount, and then he's turning up to be some sort of a talent. He is a talent, no doubt. I remember Papu Gomez happened to say that he's one of the best dribblers when he was in Atlanta. So I don't want to put a pressure on Ahmad for that matter. He's quite young, to be honest. He had a very good season under Sunderland as well, in Sunderland. And probably the next season, when we are playing a hell lot of games, we would need Ahmad's expertise come into the picture. And then probably a few players who will be coming in as new transfers.
I've got here Tom's written. I like Mbumo, however, I have no idea if he's a good player or not. I feel his values come simply from goals. If he isn't scoring, I think we could possibly get more from someone else.
Oh, that's
That's harsh.
Tom's come flying in. He slid in there, 2-footed, I reckon, Tom.
Yeah, wow. I'm not convinced there, Tom. I think that's a
I like him. I like Mbumo a lot. I think he's fantastic. I like his movement, his hold-up play, and he's intelligent. I think it's far cry from the wingers we've had previously. I think he's terrific.
If he comes on and scores, or he starts and scores a winner against Liverpool on the weekend, can we have Tomo on the podcast next week, please?
I don't think Tom's saying. I don't think Tom's saying he wants to get rid of him. He just wants to see more from him because he is an experienced Premier League player now. But I think also that switch between. I think the best we've got out of him, Boomo, is when he's played probably in that 9 position. This season I'm talking about because Bruno's been able to put him into holes and things like that. He's had link-up play with Bruno. And the best under Amarin was when Ahmed Diallo and Mbeumo playing together. So, he needs those combinations to make him play well.
Here's what I've got here. Oh, go on. Do this one first and I'll ask you a question.
Yeah, I'll do this one. I think Ahmed has lost form because he looks more comfortable playing as a wing-back at Sunderland and under Ruben has been his career highlight. Yeah.
I would probably go with that. I think the wing-back thing suited him. He wasn't a wing-back. He was a wide winger, but I think he likes that position where he's holding the width and can just run, like whether it's a wing-back or a winger or wide midfielder, whatever you want to call it. I think he just likes that width. And I was probably thinking, I think Dino's right there. I was thinking he probably did like being that wing-back under Amarin because it was the part of the pitch that he likes. Whereas now it's a bit more, exactly. Now it's a bit more cutting, inverting, having a cut in. It's more of like an inside forward or wide forward. And he probably doesn't like it as much. He probably doesn't get the best out of him. But again, between Ahmed, Mbeumo, Cunha, Dorgu even, I think I said, the wing stocks are fine. That's for me. That's the least of our worries. Is that the attacking part of the pitch? I think we worry about the midfield and the centre backs way more.
Yeah, I agree. And if he scores on the weekend, whatever, we're talking a different conversation, aren't we? Really? So
yeah. But the good part is, if you guys have observed the entire season, the good part is whenever a player is having a rough season, a rough patch, the other player tries to cover him up. When Ahmad was doing a flying high, Sheshko was not scoring at all. At the same time, when Mbeumo was flying high, we wouldn't have seen Cunha coming in. So that's how the balance is. We cannot expect each and every player to be high on the form every fucking time. That's quite rare in Premier League. Or else we at least need a stable squad, a stable midfielder in order to see that every player is stretching their legs and then getting those 100% every fucking single game. I feel this season has been a quite good learning for each and every player so that they have a good build-up mentality for the next one, because playing 60-odd games in next season would be a quite big challenge. Turning up on the Champions League night, the pressure that United will be having to compete in all the 2 domestic cup games as well. I think it's a very good base. I would still say I'm really, really happy that all these players have gotten a good chunk of exposure, how the pressure can come in, how form can impact their playing style, and probably they would be improving in this preseason as well. I'm hoping that Carrick is the guy who will be leading them, but at the same time, I won't be surprised if Carrick is not the person who is on the wheel for the next season.
I've got Pluckoff in TikTok here. He says Ahmed needs dropping, and Brian is getting that way too. Look, you got Shea Lacey on the bench there, man. Now, I don't know. I haven't seen Shea Lacey. He doesn't defend much at the moment, but what do you call it? It's a tough one when you got Brian Mbeumo, Ahmed Diallo, and Shea Lacey all vying for that position. That's why I would like to see Brian Mbeumo come into that 9 position. So Ahmed Diallo needs to step up when Shea Lacey's coming in.
Well, we're going to need all these options and plays anyway next season. We're going to play 60, 70 games back in the Champions League, and like to think a better run at the Carabao and the FA Cup as well. We're not going to have this luxury of 1 game a week like we did. So we're going to need these options, whether it's like Nick was saying, where they're sort of covering each other. If one's out of form, it's also. If one's out of form, you can play another, you can mix and match, you can change things, and you may have to tweak your lineup tactically depending on who you're playing. So, as much as I like to make fun of Arsenal for being a bottling kind of team, they also have 50 billion plays, which allows them to be able to cope with the amount of games they have to play, and that's That's football. All they do is just play. And World Cup coming up. A lot of our players are going to be there. Got to make sure that we're having rotations because they're going to get exhausted if we don't. If we go on with this kind of depth that we have now, they're going to be cooked.
But this is what we want, though, right? We want young players knocking on the door. We want these people to be given opportunities. We want signing players every year when we've got good young lads in the academy. So I'm quite happy with our wing stocks at the minute. I'm quite happy with the fact that, you know, Shea Lacey might get an opportunity, or Jim Thwaites coming through, or JJ Gabriel in a couple of years. We've got options. Like, let's see a couple of the young lads and blood them. But at the same time, those players, once they get back firing all cylinders, Mbeumo, Ahmad, Cunha, Sesko, put another experienced striker in there. We've got a good base there to really compete. Yeah. So quite happy with that. But the question I was going to ask you guys was, if you look at the signings we made last summer, now we've pretty much had the whole season. Who are you saying was the best signing? Because I struggle to not say it's Senna Lamont.
Lamont.
Oh, easy.
Yeah, for sure.
Easy.
He's class.
Easy.
He's probably the biggest difference. God forbid we started Onana. Like, geez, like it's amazing what a goalkeeper can do.
But let me put it to you like this, though. Let me put it to you like this, though, Dan. Okay, so when David De Gea was there, right? So this might seem a bit weird, but when David De Gea was there, right, he was making plenty of saves, like Seno Lamont, right? And he became our player of the season, did he not? Making heaps of saves 4 times. We pumped him up that hard. Bruno Fernandes is probably going to get our player of the year this year. But I'll tell you what, Sene Lamont, he's a very close second, let me tell you. He's made some he's made some unbelievable saves over the part since Carrick's been in, or even when he came in for under Amorim.
Can I say as well, like if I can say as well, because sometimes like he's made a lot of the simple saves and a lot of saves that are just like relatively routine, and people are like, oh, he's just making simple saves, and I'm just like, I kind of have to retort a little bit in jest, a little bit serious, is that like we've had 2 years of Onana. The simple saves aren't always that simple. Like the fact of the matter is, when you have a goalkeeper that you can just know, okay, he's not going to do something stupid, and he's not just going to concede a goal and change the entire game. It helps so much, and it steadies the defense, it steadies the whole team in front of him. And I don't care if Sen Lomans is pulling off, top corner, De Gea saves, or he's just doing a basic, simple catch and across or whatever. I don't care, because he's doing what he needs to do, whether it's a wally or just a routine save. Stability in goal, I did not realize how necessary it was until like going from Onana and by India to Lomans. It's
chalk and cheese. The thing for me though, the biggest. Sorry, Nick.
No. All good.
Oh, the biggest thing for me though is I'm comparing Lamont to David De Gea, right? So the biggest thing for me is David De Gea, whenever something was down to his left-hand side or right-hand side, he would come in quick with a foot save, okay? The thing I'm enjoying with Sene Lamont is getting down to his right-hand side and his left-hand side, and he's got really soft hands as he's going down. He doesn't need that foot save to get the ball away. He's getting down quick enough. My only concern for him is, which he's still only young and he will improve. David De Gea had it when he was that young. His reach, David De Gea's reach is a lot better. Even at the younger age, David De Gea even though he never came and claimed a ball, which Lamont does very well, De Gea never had that in his game. But the one thing De Gea had in his game, if the ball's going top corner, he could get there. His flight was big. He could get there, tip it around the post. That's what worries me about Sene Lamont, is him getting to that one that's even just a fingernail tip to get it around the post when they're high in the corner. Every time I've seen a player so far whip that ball far corner, De Gea generally that was very hard for the player to score on that one. Sene Lamont needs to work on that quickness into that top corner for mine. I think he'll build into it, no doubt. But He needs to build into that one really quick because that's probably his only weakness. And I know it sounds stupid saying it's hard for a keeper to get it into the save one in the top corner, but that is something that he probably needs to work onto. At least get a fingertip to it because he gets beaten on that quite easily. To be honest with you,
he's only 23. I'll just say as well.
That's what I'm saying.
He's only 23, so he'll learn that. Like that's still young for a keeper.
Yeah. So he probably needs to learn how to spring probably a lot better than he is. But that's about it. But he's very quick when, like, even that 8 in heaven one, like that was point blank, and he was in a good position. He does find himself in good positions, so he does read the game very well, and he doesn't get into that niggle in the box either. Whereas De Gea used to try and push the player, and then he'd try and fake a foul, and then they'd end up scoring. So comparing they've both got good and bad. Well, not bad. They both got weaknesses, good and bad weaknesses. So I'm very interested to see the way Le Mans develops over the next few years, mate. It's exciting. It's very exciting. Yeah, definitely. Anyway, moving into the Liverpool game. This is a big game, mate. Like as a United fan, you do feel that this game you'll be on top of the moon. If we lose this game, anything that happened before it, forget it. So,
we are not losing this game. We are not losing this game, Adam. We are not at all losing this game. I think this is the game that we should be hammering Liverpool. Like not even like having a close win, we should be hammering because I still have that wound from the season that we were hammered Liverpool 5-0 under Eric Ten Hag. That wound has not been recovered yet. So I think we should be hammering Liverpool as battered as possible. I'm still up for this game. I feel Bruno will be netting 2 assists, easy to assist. People are like, I think these players are high on confidence. I feel that is the only thing that is driving them. And I feel, as I told you before, and I'm telling it right now as well, this is a particular game that we will be sealing the Champions League spot with a win, not even a draw.
I hope you're right. I really hope you're right. I've got less.
Don't say I hope. You say we will do it.
I've got less confidence. I think you're right in the sense we should beat them on season's form.
Yeah.
I don't disagree with that. But like if you look at United's last 5 results at home to Liverpool, they've not won 1. So I'm a bit like. Don't get me wrong. I think we've got the players to win it this year. We've got the form to win it this year.
Mike. You should manifest good things.
I'm with you on that. But Christ, I'm hoping more than expecting. To be honest, I think they've got a good record at Old Trafford. They've, as much as I bloody hate to say it, they've performed well against us at our place. So I'm hoping George gets to see 2 wins out of 2 for his trip to the UK. And that we're talking about a heavy United win next weekend. But I think it's going to be close. I think it's going to be tight.
I read these stats out last night on a live, and I'll read them out to you. So this is since we lost that 7-0, right? That we all want to forget. And before that 7-0, we actually beat Liverpool 2-1, right? So that was like 2022. We beat Liverpool 2-1. Then we had that 7-0 loss. And then we went 0-0. We beat them in the FA Cup 4-3, 2-2 in the Premier League. Then we lost to them 3-0. Yeah, that's at Old Trafford. Yeah. Then we drew with them at Liverpool, at Anfield, and then we beat them at Anfield. So, look, it's more likely the game for me is probably going to be a draw. But all these people that think United's absolutely flogged us over the last few years, hasn't happened. The worst result there is a 3-0. So my biggest concern for this, even though they haven't got Mo Salah, he hasn't been scoring, but he's scored lately. Atike, is it Atike? Whatever his name is, he's not there. Ekatike, he's not there either. And he's been scoring well for him. My biggest concern is the
goalkeeper as well. No goalkeeper for him.
Okay, so Alisson's out as well. And then you got what do you call it?
Mamardashvili.
Yeah.
They're playing a third string goalkeeper.
Wirtz is starting to come into his own as well. So they're good. They really do have a strong midfield. And, I wouldn't count – Dan, you know what they're like when they get to Old Trafford, man. It's a huge, huge game. And United fans have been playing this game up. I'm not going to play this game up at all. I would love to have the confidence to say we're going to go and win 3-0. I would love it. But you got to remember one thing. They can go equal with us. And also, if they lose, then they start vying into that 5th position as well with Villa, Chelsea. So they've got a lot to play for. They don't want to be dropping points. So, yeah, I know United's got a to play for as well.
It's a derby. Like I think both teams are going to be turning up. I think we'll win. But because especially if there's one time to beat Liverpool or versus them, it's now. But it's a derby. It's a rivalry game. We're not. I'm not going to sit here and assume anything or take anything for granted because I'd like to think we're going to bring it, and I'm very positive that they're going to bring it. So these games, and what do they say? Rivalry games, form means nothing at the end of the day because even the 7-0, they were shit that season. We were good that season, but form went out the window and they pumped a 7-0.
So even before that, the 5-0, I remember sitting in the Stretford End for the 5-0. That was bad enough. Jesus.
Yeah,
Christ.
exactly.
That was a shock.
And they weren't. No, exactly. It just doesn't. Anything can happen in these games, but like I said, things fall in our favor in terms of just timing and convenience. But again, like I'm not gonna. You can't just take it for granted when you're versing Liverpool at Old Trafford. No chance.
Yeah, but Dino makes a great point here. Leeds was a derby and we didn't show up. Yeah, look, and that's what worries.
Yeah, Leeds is like if you look at our fixture list in a season and Leeds are in the Prem, I probably would rank it Liverpool, then Leeds, then City.
100%, man. Every day of the week.
Leeds is a huge game, and we were absolutely terrible, like awful. And even like a couple of years, was it last year we drew 2-2 or 2 years ago? No, it was 2 years ago, I think. We drew 2-2.
Yeah. 2 years. Well, we drew to them there at Allen Road this year as well. So I don't think we've been in Leeds for a while, yeah.
Well, we smashed them in that year when
Ronaldo was there. Yeah.
Yeah, McTominay scored 2 the year before that as well. We smashed them that year.
The COVID year, yeah.
Yeah, I was at the game when we pumped. That was 5-1, I think, at home.
Oh, the hat-trick. Bruno's hat-trick, yeah.
Bruno's hat-trick, and I want to say Mason Greenwood scored one. It was just before Ronaldo signed. That was like one of the last games we played before Ronaldo signed for us, so that was a big win. But
I've got him here. I've got it here, right? So these are results since 2020, right? So we beat them 6-2.
Yeah, McTominay double.
Yeah.
Yep.
6-2, 2021, 0-0. 2021 again was 5-1. I remember those games, mate. We were pumping them.
I thought we won the league after that game. I thought we were winning the league.
Yeah, I was hyped leaving the ground after those few games.
I thought we're done. We won the league. We got all the way.
Ronaldo, Sancho.
Oh, Varane got unveiled that game. He got unveiled in the pre-game. Oh, no.
It was so good.
He got 4 assists. Oh, my goodness. Take me back.
And then like 2022, we won 4-2 again, and then everything after that's been a draw. So we've had 2-2 in 2023. We beat them 2-0 2023, 1-1.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, 1-1, and then 2-1 loss.
They've been relegation fodder for the better part of 5-6 years, but against us, they're turning up. So, like same thing with Liverpool. Doesn't matter about form. Like I said, form can help out things, and some things can be convenient, but it means nothing. These teams, and often for some reason in these rivalry derby games, the other team seems to understand that more than perhaps we do. Again, if we change that on Monday, fantastic. But again, you can't take it for granted because God knows what can happen.
Yeah, we all want.
I was saying, Dino's written in here, and I was going to say the same thing. A lot of the old fellas, they put Leeds first, definitely.
Yeah, doesn't surprise me.
It's the rivalry there with Leeds, and most people probably don't realise that. But Leeds is probably worse than Liverpool, without a doubt.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I mean, my old man was a Leeds fan, so you can imagine what that was like growing up.
My man's a Liverpool fan. It's all good.
Yeah, it's no fun. Is it? It's no fun.
all right, let's.
United just announced that Kobe Mainoo signed a deal 10 minutes ago. So
He did sign the deal. That's good. That's good news.
And
We broke it about a week ago on Worldwide Reds. We broke it about a week ago.
I know this stuff.
All right, let's get into our retro segment. So, Dan, we're getting into the retro segment. That's why Dan and I are wearing these. So, I'm going to start off here. I've always wanted this jacket from the time I watched that Rumbelows Cup final. I don't ever remember them releasing this to the fans in 1992. I mean, I've got the 1990-91 catalog here. When this jersey came out, I actually bought it out of this catalog. But I don't ever remember them selling this to the fans. So it's good to finally have this with this, because Brian McClare scored in the Rumbelows Cup final in 1992 with this jersey. We won it 1-0. I'm still, if anyone's out there, I'm still want a pair of shorts to this jersey. They're the blue ones. I would love to get the shorts. The shorts are fine. And I tell you what, I'll be happy to be a full kit wanker if they come out, let me tell you, because the blue socks that came with them too were mint. So it's even in here. It's even, you probably can't see it there. Where is it? Let me go this way. There we go. You can see Dennis. It's not Dennis Irwin, I don't think. I think it could be Ryan Giggs.
I can't
Haven't
see
got
it.
glasses on.
Go back in.
I think it's Ryan. Yeah.
Yeah. It's Neil Webb. Neil Webb on the other side. Neil Webb on the other side, but I think it could be. Let me have a look here. Put my glasses on. Oh no, it's just a model. It's just a model. Yeah.
Best looking
No,
model.
because you got Lee Martin and Robbins down here wearing those funky wearing those funky outfits. How's these two here? These two here, which is the 1990 and both of them obviously 1991 jerseys. So you could buy them as a pair as a kid, and the price was, where is it? Replica box kits. So you could get it in the 26 to 28 inch to the 32 inch, 38 quid for both.
Imagine that, right? That's like having an iconic kit of the day now being modelled by someone like Angelo Enrique or Guillermo Varela, and we all remember
to buy this at the time. The large was 20. Where is it? 24 quid. So, but I'll put some perspective on that, right? 24 quid. So it's $50. So I was a first year apprentice at that time, and I was only earning $200. $200. So I had to give my uncle $100 to go and buy the kit for me, and he bought me back a couple of other things. So yeah, so 25 quid, $50. So a bit of perspective on that. People say jerseys are expensive. They're expensive then too. So money well spent. Yeah, definitely. And I wore this jersey.
Yes.
I wore this jersey to training, everything, man. I thought I was top shit. And it's still in mint condition. Like, there is not a flaw. Maybe in the sharp
tracksuit out.
In the sharp
tracksuit out. Come in the jersey.
Yeah, I'll take the jacket off and wear the jersey. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Strip that
jacket off.
Guns out.
This is no longer PG, is it? This is like 15 really now.
That's it. Look, it is still in good shape, still fits.
So that's from 35 years ago.
Yeah. And I
bought
wore it to train nearly every week.
Well.
Yeah,
it's held up well.
Yeah.
I thought you bought it just like the other day.
Yeah, it's in mint condition still. Like, the sponsor's got a few white patches in it, but like spots. But mate, it is such a good jersey.
40 years or whatever.
Yeah, it's not bad, eh? It's not bad.
Yeah.
We should appreciate the quality of the material that was used that time. Not anymore.
Yeah, to be fair, like these jackets, these jackets are made in nearly the exact same material as they were back in the day.
They're
They are.
mint.
And it's even got the inner inside it as well.
I've got a Pogba jersey, and 8 years ago, and it's falling apart. Like the sponsor, the name, the number, they're peeling off, and I'm like,
Yeah.
$150 for this, man. It was only 8 years old. It's not like
jersey.
And I didn't wear it to
You
training.
wouldn't put them in you put them in the washing machine.
Not often. Only when it's like when I've had several wears. Because I don't run around in them. I wear them around the house if I need something comfy. I'm not sweating in it, so I don't wash it all the time.
I would never put a jersey in a washing machine. Never.
Hey,
Did you buy it from the United store and that?
Yeah. I used to before we had an ultra football in Melbourne. I used to always order off the website and just wait the shipping. I don't know. Just that one. I just feel like that string is like from the Chevy era. I feel like my ones from the Chevy era haven't held up well. But the last few that I've got from the last few seasons, like TeamViewer onwards, they've been all right. To be fair, like God forbid my Ronaldo kit from when it returned. God forbid anything happens to that because I'll be very heartbroken. But no, I just the Chevy kits. I don't know that era for some reason. Just my kits from that era aren't doing well.
Yeah, well, like Dan bought the new one of this. Dan bought the new one, and I did. The color is a little different. I have got a fake here. I can go grab it. Like, you can completely see the difference in color. So
I'll grab mine. Hang on.
Yeah.
The fake one isn't too bad. I like it.
Yeah, but for me, it's the wrong color. The reason I bought this was just to get Brian McClare to sign it. I didn't want. I don't like players signing my original jerseys because I like wearing them. So, yeah, I got Brian McClare to sign it here. So, and whenever I see, but the badges are too hard. Like the ships on them are ordinary. It looks like the ship's sinking. Like, yeah.
That's a new one. So if you look at it, I don't know how good your camera is at, but they are different colors. Like I've got an original.
Yeah.
I accidentally bought 3 of these. I was only meant to buy 1, but the United store's terrible.
So if anyone wants one, Dan's got them up for sale. Otherwise, they're going back to United Direct. So I don't know how you accidentally buy 3, but
I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot.
Send me one in India. I'll pay the shipping charges.
If you want to read
as good as buying it,
no problem. Yeah, mate. So I've got this, and then I bought 2 of the black jumpers by accident, which I've now sent one over to one of Ad's mates in Sydney. And then I got 3 of these. So the 2 that I've not kept are still in the packaging. So yeah, if people want a jersey or they can't get hold of them, hit me up because they're just going to go back to the UK if not. So yeah.
But they did turn, like, even the badge on the one that you've got, is it soft? It's a little hard, isn't it? It's like these sponsors and the Adidas, they're all soft.
It's very different. It's because that original one I've got. So I've got an original with the badges and stuck back on because the guy I bought it from didn't tell me, which is real good. But the badge is different. So like the newer one's kind of spongier than the original, and it's kind of more raised as well. Like I don't know if you can compare your on camera, but it's like, this one's quite raised.
I went into Rebel and had a look at it. The badge is nothing like this. This badge here is soft and it was raised, but it's obviously worn. It's still raised a bit, but this badge is really soft compared to the ones that they've remade. Same with the sponsor down here and the Adidas over here.
The biggest thing I've noticed is the gapping in between like the Adidas on the new one and the original. Well, that's a big difference.
Oh,
the text on the Adidas is closer together. So, but I mean, don't get me wrong. The new ones they've brought out are mint. They are, for a remake, they're unbelievable. Like probably the best remake United have done. And they did it a few years ago and they sold out immediately. And from what I've seen on the websites and stuff, they've sold out again in the UK super quick. And there was a post, I said they sent this to Ad yesterday. There's a post called The Gauntlet, which is happening for the Liverpool game. And I sent it to George to see what was going on. Because from what I can gather, It's the remainder of the stock they've brought out from the remake that's being sold on match day. 'Cause people are loving it, absolutely loving it. So yeah, they're super, super popular, and I can see why. They're awesome, super cool.
Yeah, I struggle with it. I honestly, I've even got a jacket. Because they did this jacket. I don't know if you can see it behind me. You can see the patterns in that.
Yeah.
So
Like a darker blue, isn't it?
Yeah. So this is what. See, it's got the sharp on the back.
Yeah, okay.
Sharp on the back, and then you can see it's got the badge from 2007. 2007 badge. Yeah. Adidas released it, so you can see what's the inside. The inside's just plain white. So they have done a few of them, which is I like wearing this one around. The only thing is I have to fix that. This just gets a bit cracked up. This, but I'll find a way to fix that up so I can start wearing it again.
You have a hell lot of collectibles.
Oh mate, I thought that was good.
I forgot the. Yeah, look, I've even got the hats to match. Look.
Yeah, that's
Plastic.
unbelievable, isn't it?
Look,
What's a Rumblers? Is that like the old? Is Rumblers like the old League Cup or something?
Yeah, that's it. The League Cup. So this is from 1991.
Oh, so it's the old sponsor for it back in the day.
Yeah. So that's the 91.
I knew what you were talking about.
And this is the 92. Yeah. Yep. Even got the hats. Hats to match. I just need the shorts. I just want the shorts. I've even got here, look. See if I can get it off. Yeah, here, look. Brian McClare holding the Rumble Cup. He was man of the match. He scored the goal. Yeah.
Giggsy on the left.
Yeah. Giggsy's on there, yeah. Where is it? Yeah, Giggs is there. Young
So
Giggsy. That was his first season. Season. Yeah. First season in the first team. So, yeah. Very, very good. So we've gone through that. The other thing was I'm going to talk about Tom's in the chat. So I think he's still in the chat. Tom's done well on the weekend. Tom and I caught up at the Melbourne Victory game. He got one matter to hold the Bruno Fernandes flag, and it went nuts. It went absolute viral, this flag. It's a flag it's a flag I designed for him. Tom's got a few, and what do you call it? It went nuts. One was more than happy to hold the flag. Manchester United reposted it, and it just went, what do you call it? It went absolutely crazy. I'm sure Tom knows the numbers on it, but I know it did go crazy at the time. It was good. I caught up with one before the game here, and I actually got him to do.
I'm actually, what do you call it? I'm actually going to give it to
I'll tell you the story.
Supporter, a victory supporter. Yeah.
How are you, mate?
You're very good. Thanks, buddy. Thank you. Let me just take a photo of you doing it. Cheers, bud.
Such a good guy,
I've got a couple of one mate on the Gold Coast who wants his jersey signed. If you don't mind. Thank you, bud. Do you want me to stretch it for you?
That's fine.
So the situation was, right, I actually went out there for Dino. So I went there for Dean. One of his mates was really desperate to get one's autograph. So Tom and I have been really lucky, really fortunate. We've probably become really good mates with, we've become really good mates with him. Same with Dan. And what do you call it? I went out there probably 2.5 hours before kickoff. Maybe it could have been 3, because I really didn't want to miss the bus at Wanderers. Unless you're the home team, you come out through the front door. If you're the away team, it goes behind what do you call it? An encaged area, and then they walk through underneath the stadium. So I knew all this because of my future son-in-law, George Antonis, who used to play there, and his brother was playing for Melbourne City at the time, Terry. And so I waited out there by myself. The bus arrived. I'm thinking, 2 hours, 3 hours before kickoff they'll arrive. Nah. 2.5 hours? Nah. 2 hours before kickoff they rocked up. I quickly set up the flag. I had a flag, and it had one matter on the front, and it was all about me sledging the Wanderers about how they treated one. And then what I wanted to do was line up one at the end of the game to go and give the flag that I got signed off him to one of the Melbourne Victory supporters because I wasn't doing anything with it. They would appreciate it more. So it was nice. At the end of the game, he came over. Tom got a photo with him with the flag. He came over, always has a chat with us, and he gave the flag to a young fella, a couple up from me. I called him over. I said, would you mind just giving the flag to him? And he went over to him, gave him the flag and everything. Mate, the kid was nearly in tears. The grandfather was nearly in tears. They couldn't stop thanking us, and it was really good. Mate, we had probably another fella come in and go, where'd you get the flag from? Where'd you get the flag from? So it's all right. We designed them. I said they're one of ones. We don't do any more. We don't make any more. What do you call it? So it was a really good moment. We like to keep people happy. So we do that at Worldwide Reds, and Tom's always there. Justin was there as well. I don't understand people that don't go and see one. I honest to God, I'll never work it out. It's crazy. You've got this bloke's won everything in football, and he's such a nice guy. It's just ridiculous how you will never ever see a player like it. Yeah. You'll never see anyone like it.
You know what's funny as well is like how much he loves like Australia, and I'm not sure what he prefers. I don't know. I'll just be putting my hat and say that he likes Melbourne more than Sydney, but it was actually fun. I was watching a video. Yeah. I was watching a video the other week. Popped up. It was a reel. He got interviewed by some I guess like a reporter or something, and it was like, oh, give us your favorite spots in Melbourne. It was just like listing all these different. And I'm thinking this guy's been here for 6 months, and he's been to more places than I've been. I've been here my whole life. But it's just cool the way he's taken to Melbourne, taken to the league, taken to Melbourne Victory. You just got to sort of respect it. He's not taking the piss out of Australia. He's just really, really buying in. I feel like we haven't had a player this talismanic from a big player from Europe like that since Del Piero in Australia. Yeah. Where they've actually really just invested themselves into the team, into the league. I'm so happy. And I'm glad he's one of ours. So both United and Melbourne. So just love the guy.
I think he's going to spend one more year here. The rumours are, I was talking to a lot of the fans down there, and what do you call it? From what they think is one's going to, and we've hit him up on it. Don't worry, we've hit him up, and he obviously plays it down a little bit, but you can tell. I think he's going to stay one more year. One more year.
One more year.
So we might sing that. I think they got a home final this weekend, and then I think Tom was saying that it might be up in Newcastle. So we might go up to Newcastle and see him up there. So Nick, if you've got something there that you want signed, send me a photo. I'll get it printed off for you. And
I want just one video. I have already sent you a photo, by the way, Adam.
Oh, did you? I'll have to go back through and have a look. That. Sorry. Oh, did you?
I will give you one more photo of him. A good friend of mine is celebrating his birthday today. You remember Virendra, who was there in Sydney with me. So he is a huge fan of Juan Mata. So probably I'll send you a picture. Just try to print out, and a video call would do. Just a small video call of 10 seconds. I would cry.
Yeah. Well, generally it'll be around about this time. It'll probably be around this time to do it because the games usually kick off 8 o'clock. They usually finish about 9:30, 10 o'clock. So it'll be ideal time for you.
Can you imagine Juan Mata is calling me in India? I would fucking not sleep that entire night. Probably not even the previous night as well. Just the thought of
I'll do my best.
Calling you, just to say hi.
It's up to Melbourne Victory. It's up to Melbourne Victory to win this weekend. Dino's written in here. Dean's written in here. He's such a good man, Dino, honestly. He's written in here, Nick, if one doesn't do it, I will.
On you, Dino. What a game!
But Nick, definitely next year, hopefully if they get through the semi-final, then we'll go up to Newcastle and hit him. We'll all go and start at Jordan's place.
Yeah, I'm expecting an invite.
Yeah, mate, we're just rocking up, mate. Jordan won't have a choice. So, but yeah, so we'll try and work on that for you, Nick, and we'll we'll do a live to you for sure. You better be ready, because I've actually done that with David De Gea. I did it with David De Gea in Perth. I don't know if you were around when we did it. We did it for Kira, my youngest one, and we got David De Gea live on the thingo, and he actually spoke to her. My daughter crumbled. She was, I think Kira was literally maybe 8 years old, and like she still loves David De Gea, and she was in tears. And then she got to meet
the goalkeeping,
yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy. That'd be crazy.
Nick bringing out all his Perth photos. That's where I met him. Yeah. Very good. Yeah. And she was lucky enough. She met him in 2022. 2022, they toured here last, I think it was. And David De Gea came straight to her. I did a massive David De Gea flag. And he got straight off the bus and came straight over to her. And mate, it was amazing. I think Dino set it up. Dino was behind her with one of our other mates, Shane. I was filming, and Dino was calling him over. He was coming straight away. And it was such a good moment for Kira. Such a good moment for her. And like she did put a sign up saying, David, can I have your jersey? And he was dead set, going to look like he was going to bring it to her after the game. And then two kids ran on the pitch. So he just walked off.
The streakers. I remember that.
Yeah. Arse wipes.
But yeah, it was right in front of me. It was right in front of me, though. I remember that.
I must have been right near, because that's where we were in that end. So where it happened. Been, so. Yeah. What's that? Dino doesn't bring our photos out. Because what Dino's talking about there is we did an interview with the Herald down in Melbourne, and it was my daughters and Dino and myself, and they wanted to interview us. So we did a photo shoot around Melbourne, and then they wrote an article about how disappointed we were because Cristiano Ronaldo never turned up. It was far from it, man. Fucking hell. We just got ripped hard for it. It was ridiculous. Mate, I messaged the bloke and give him what for. That's for sure. The journalist, the fucking wanker. All right. Yeah, the journos, especially in Melbourne. Anyway, boys, been great to catch up with you. We've got Liverpool this weekend. Dino and I will probably do a fan reaction after the game, and which will be early morning for us. So it'll be I think it's a 12:30 kickoff here.
Yeah, it's early.
Yeah.
It'll be all right for you, Nick. It'll be a good kickoff time for you.
Yeah, I can join. Yeah. I will be in. I probably would be sipping a lot of beers in Goa, so probably I can do a good video chat from these.
Hey, Nick. We'll finish on this. Yeah, I meant Nick didn't bring his photo out of me and him.
Oh no.
I do. Okay, before we go off, I would certainly share a picture with me and Dino. And Dino was quite different that time. 1 second, just be on there. Now that
when you say different, you mean he was jolly. He was enjoying himself.
We got Nick and his mate onto a documentary while we were there. So, mind you, this documentary still hasn't been released. Oh, that's me, Nick.
There he is. Good boy.
And let me tell you, for a guy that's from India, he knows every song that possibly comes out of Old Trafford. Very good. I've got many videos of Nick singing on the drink in the casino.
Oh yeah,
and centering it up.
Really good.
Yeah, very good. Everyone's leaving now. Nick, you got that photo?
I'm just trying to finding it. Hang on a minute. Oh god.
Well, what we'll do, Dino, we'll send it to you. That way you can save it.
Yeah. I'll be personally sending him to Dino. Don't worry. I have to find in my.
He doesn't want to tell you, Dino, but he actually deleted the photo.
I would never do that.
Well,
Bruno is my very good friend.
Very good. All right, boys. I'll talk to you later. See you later. Check
See you
this.
later.
See you later,
Come
guys.
on, United. Let's beat these rats. Come on.
Let's go.
Cantona. Gary Neville looking for his first goal for Manchester United, and what a time to get it!